This play's pretty well drawn up. 3rd and 4. The execution is poor. We'll look at the routes and just some of the protection. I'm pretty sure that Lamar has his mind up pretty early that he's going to Dobbins on this play. And you can see that the ball does come to Dobbins, does hit him, and then subsequently it's knocked out. It's interesting, you know, the Ravens are running these sort of dual mirrored routes. You see mirrors on the outside, and then your number 3 to the side and your 2 here are mirroring one another with these pivot routes. There's no comparison. There is no comparison in terms of how these two receivers run these routes. I believe this is James Prochet here, and this is very, very encouraging. This is a really, really nice job of making this defender believe he's going to have to come down and cover this slant route, which turns into a pivot, sinks his hips, bam, real quick out of that break, and you can see just a good bit of separation as a result. Dobbins, on the other hand, I wonder if the Ravens would have been better served with a receiver like Boykins, who can threat out of the slot here, where he can threaten deep, he can run that slant. I'm sure they brought him out of the backfield. It's empty here. I didn't go back far enough, but you know, I think this is a good look pre-snap, thinking that Dobbins can win this. But you can see how soft he is and unconvincing he is here. The backer does not bite on this at all. And then he does not do a good job shielding the defender from the football here. You can see him float away from the football. The throw is poor. You want the throw outside. You don't want it on him, especially since you're trying to pick up a first down here. You can see the sticks. You know, I suppose it's possible if he holds on to this football, he still comes up short here. So a perfect throw would be outside. Yeah, Dobbins does not do an effective job running this, but the play design is an effective one in terms of it should pick up the first down here. You get what you think is a good matchup, and you get a wonderful route here. So it's just execution. It makes the Ravens come up short. The protection, just in the little bit of film I've watched, I thought McCary got burned a fair amount. Here he does a nice job. You can see Watt gets a little bit high, clubs, and then tries to swim. Right away, McCary does what he ought to. That outside arm comes to the hip, inside arm to the pec of Watt, and he's going to drive him down the line. Bozeman becomes off balance here. Hayward kind of works outside. You can see Bozeman overset right there just a little bit. And then Hayward very, very slickly here goes to effect a bull rush, but he slides his hands down, swims, and you can see how off balance. And you can see Bozeman try to do the same thing that we see here with McCary. But the hand is low, and he misses. Ball's out in any case, but we wanted to look at the protection. Watch, I guess full speed, we'll watch Prochet here run this route. Very, very, very slick how he sells this in-breaking route. Bam, out, and that's encouraging. I want to talk about Marquise Brown in motion here and how we're using him. He's going to motion to the boundary side and then back again in orbit right after the tight end motion. And I think you want the quarterback at that point to realize nobody goes with him. When you see Marquise go into orbit here, nobody on the Steelers takes him. So Marquise has been motioned over. Now he's going to orbit behind the quarterback right there. You want him to notice there's nobody to cover him out there. Now, this corner could come off. This corner could come off and make a play. But you've got to start using Marquise this way. And I think you want Lamar to see that. You want him to forego this give and just give Marquise the football. Make this corner come down and make a play. Prochet, I think it is, comes off the line. He's blocking anyway, and it seems like nitpicking because the Ravens pick up 4 yards here, which is pretty good, you know, on first down. But I think I put this into Lamar. I think he's got to notice this. The corner does. You'll see just the faintest signal right there that nobody's got the orbiting wide out. Like I said, he could come down and make a play. You know, this safety could react. but give your playmaker a chance with the football in his hand. Have the quarterback read that. That's one thing he should be watching. Does anybody run? Does anybody run with this wide out, with this motion? And if they don't, I'm not even going to pretend to put the ball in the belly here. I'm just going to give the wide out the football. Yeah, that takes, you do that enough, that certainly is going to take the safety down or take a man out of the box. Somebody's going to end up going with that motion if you hit him, and you might just break a big play. And that's part of the reason you run these plays, is to see how the defense reacts. You want to see what this safety does when you motion that receiver. And if you do swing him the football, he's going to come down and play it. So perhaps later in the game, you fake that throw. Maybe you protect a little bit better outside here, but you fake that throw, and you see that safety cheating down, and it opens up the middle of the field.